All right, welcome back. So as promised, I'm going to show you this new modification of the strategy, 41% for the month of March and 15% gain for the month of February. If you want to skip to the first live trade, then the link is at the top of the description. We've been trading sound reversals. Basically, the difference is that we're setting our stop loss and take profit, and then we're just letting the trade go. Not really managing the positions with selling partial profits or anything like that. We've increased the stop loss and we're going to be setting it below the support around 3.5% loss and then setting a take profit at a resistance around 7%. If the position is still open, half an hour before the market closes, then we close our position. And it's the same entry point. That's been working really well for us. So if you go to a 3-minute chart, or if you don't have that option, just after the first 3 minutes of the market open, if the stock went down, then we're going long. And if it went up, then we're going short. So like we did on this day here, the first candle was red, so we went long. In the old strategy, this is where we would take our profits at 3%, 5%, and 10%. But now what we're doing is we're just setting a take profit when it's 7% up, or the resistance around 7% up. So doing this strategy with SoundHound AI, it's a hot AI stock. We've made $1,400. We were up at one point 2,800, but the last 3 days we've gotten stopped out, which is total part of the plan. You can see it's still profitable for the month. But I think tweaking this strategy where we have our take profit set basically just allows you to not have to stare at the charts once the trade is set. We're going to be setting our take profit and our stop loss before we buy. So that is a major benefit, especially if you're the type of trader where you're watching every tick and you're really wanting to go against the plan. So doing it this way, it basically stops yourself from interfering with the plan. So with SoundHound, we're currently at a $1,400 profit, and we'll see how we end the day. We're going in with 30K positions, so that's around 3,700 units or shares. Our take profit is 56 ticks, which is going to be a $2,100 profit, and our stop loss is, we're risking 1,050, which is 28 ticks. So if you look at the back tests for this, they've tested extremely well, where over 50% of the time we're taking a 7% profit. Now, is that luck? Probably yes, a little bit, but this is just an example of a great month, of a 41% month. Even if you have just a 10% month, then that's still really good. And then in February, it tested at 15%. So this is about half the time the stop loss is getting hit. So you have to be able to take that psychologically. Over here, you have 3 losses in a row. So that's $3,000 lost in 3 days. If you're able to kind of handle that without changing the strategy, then you're going to be able to experience great months like this. These are just some swing trades that I have, so you're going to see some activity here. But once we purchase, then over here, this is where we're going to be able to see our position. So we're calling the strategy 7% up. It's for SoundHound, ticker symbol SOUN. It's on a 3-minute chart. And at 9:33, after the first 3-minute bar closes, we buy in the opposite direction. Really what this is an exercise in a 2-to-1 profit loss ratio. So we're risking 3.5% in order to try to make 7%. That means that if we're right 50% of the time, then we're doing very well. 7% is obviously a huge profit. To not sell any partial profits before that is going to be hard, which is why I'm not staring at the charts once I open the trade. All right, so the market just opened over here. So far the candle's green. If this candle closes green, then we're going to be going short. Okay, we got 1 more minute, and the candle currently is red, meaning if it closes red, we're going to be going long. So I got my buy set. Okay, so we're going long after a huge red candle over here. We got our profit near the resistance over here. And we have our stop loss set near the low over here. Okay, so that is it, and I'm going to close down the charts now, and then I will check back in, let you know how it goes once the trade is closed. All right, welcome back. It looks like we have our first green trade doing this new modified strategy, and our profit target hit right up here at a 7% profit, and then it went all the way back down and would have hit our stop loss. So we're up on SOUN for a total of $3,529. So that's a $2,100 profit on the day. So the benefits of not watching this trade, of just setting the stop loss and the take profit, then closing down the charts, is that I'm getting out of my own way. So I don't sell early, I can't delete my stop loss, I can't change the plan in any kind of way, and I avoid sabotaging a strategy that I know works in the long run. So we'll add that to the back tests as 7% for today, and that puts us at a total of 48% for the month. And we'll see you again tomorrow, where we're going to do it again. All right, welcome back. It's a new day. We're going in with around 30K, so which is around 4,700 units or shares, and we are setting our take profit and our stop loss. So we are risking 1,050 in order to try to make 2,100. So with this strategy that we've been doing now for about 10 days, we've made $3,500 with SoundHound. We started off with different stop loss and take profit levels. So an update on my swing trades. We're up 7% on Marvel, Carnival 5.6%, and CrowdStrike we're down about 2%. So with the swing strategy, it's pretty simple. I go to the one-day chart up here. I have the super trend default settings. You can add that if you click indicators right here. Every one of these candles represents one day, and after one candle closes, then you're going long after you get the buy signal. And same thing for a sell signal, you're going to be going short. And then the stop loss is pretty much when the signal changes. So over here on GE, obviously you'd be up about 50% there. And over here, this is an example of a loss. You go in here, going short, this is your entry point. And then right here, when the buy signal closes, when one day passes after the buy signal hits, then that would be a 6% loss right there. And then before that, it's another massive win. So I'm basically diversifying this strategy over about 10 different stocks. So whenever the signal changes, which I know because I set an alert by hitting these three little dots, add alert on super trend, condition, super trend directional change. You get an email once that gets hit, and then that's when you go in on the trade. So we're currently only in 3 right now, but I have a bunch on my watch list over here that I'm watching, and once the signal changes, then I'm going to be entering those positions as well. So that way it's like I'm not just doing this one strategy, I'm doing some swings, so that kind of takes the pressure off. All right, the market just opened. It is 9:30 a.m. When it's 9:33, that's going to be my entry. And we're going to do the opposite of what this first bar is doing. So far it's green. If it stays green, then we're going to be going short. Okay, we got 1 more minute left. Big green bar, setting us up for a nice short position. We're at this resistance right here on the pre-market. Not sure why the order is not going through here. Definitely have the buying power. So for some reason the order didn't go through for our full position size. I just kept getting rejected, and I think it has to do with the limits that my broker has on market volatility. Because of that, our entry was not perfect. It was supposed to be up here for a short position, and now it's down here. And we're also not at our full position size. So our normal position size is 30K, and we're in for about 20K over here. So now I'm gonna close the charts and basically let this trade go. Okay, just an update here that I just got notified by my broker that there is a short selling fee rate because this stock was just labeled as HTB, which is hard to borrow, and so it's like a large fee that they're basically charging me to short this stock. So I was not aware of this, and I'm going to be closing this position. So we did lock in a $361 profit on that, but we were not able to execute the plan. Because we had the issue, we got in late over here, and then I exited the trade over here at a 2% profit. I got to do more research to see what this means for the strategy. So I'm going to do that right now, and I'll keep you updated. So just an update that I spoke with my broker, and they said that there will be no fee if you close the short position the same day that you open it. So if you're day trading and you're not holding overnight, then you're good. under the ticker symbol SOUN, you can see over here there's a little HTB button. Then you'll see there's an estimated borrowing fee rate. Now this percentage, so like I said, I'm not doing that. I'm just day trading. So we're going to continue the same strategy with shorting as well. Before I spoke to someone at Webull, I did a quick back test if I was going to do all long positions on this and no shorting at all. And it tested not as good, but still really good. It was about 48% gain for a month and a half. And if you did the shorts and the longs, then it tested at around 60%. And today we did take that smaller profit of $360, I believe. So all in all, we're up $2,457 in 2 days on this stock, which is still really good. And before we close out, I just want to show you how frustrating this is actually, because this would have been a full win today if we didn't have this issue. And so it would have been another $2,100 and not $360, because as you can see with the correct entry point, this green bar closed green, so we're going short. This is our entry point right here, and then that would have been a 7% gain right here. But just for the back tests, we're going to mark for the back tests that this strategy worked. And if we did this exact strategy every single day this month, then we'd be at 55%, which is pretty insane. We're going to continue to do this again tomorrow, and I'll let you know how it goes.